What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your man's the Trucking Trader, and we are back with another price action video. Make sure y'all stick around for this entire video. I'm going to be showing y'all my entire process on how I find trades, how I read price, all of the things that I look for. And by the way, thank you to everybody who has been clicking that like button and watching some of my videos. Much respect to y'all. Be sure to leave a like on this video, comment if y'all have any questions or any thoughts about anything that y'all see in the video, and subscribe to the channel. That will be greatly appreciated. Now let's get into this breakdown. All right, so we are looking at the NASDAQ on a 1 hour time frame. I have to update my liquidity up here, so I'm going to quickly do that real fast. Right, so yesterday we seen the market touch the midpoint of this fair value gap right here, right? And this is my new liquidity that I'm looking to be taking today. I don't know if we're going to take it today, but if I had to make a bet, I would say that, yeah, we're probably going to go up there and take this liquidity. We did have news that came out at 8:30, and then we also have I'm sorry about that. I'm trying to do too many things at once. All right, let me lock that in there. And then I'm going to make this yellow so y'all can see that this is my liquidity. But yeah, like I was saying, so we do have news events that's coming out. Let me show y'all this. We had some red folders at 8:30 a.m. We had core PPI numbers. And then we have Fed Chair Powell speaks at 3 p.m. So very strange day. This is my analysis going into the market. It is currently 9:20 a.m. Right now. So this is what I'm looking at, right? So those blue lines is the liquidity that I'm looking for. And right now I am on the hourly time frame. So right here, I'm going to start right here, right? Because right here we have this breaking structure on the hourly, right? We have this breaking structure on the hourly, this little zone that I just put my fib on, right? From this swing low to this swing high, right? So that's the little range that I'm referring to right now. And we don't have the same thing on the 4 hour. So that makes me believe that we're still going down. And, and we could also consolidate as well, right? Because we have that 3 p.m. news. So we got this big order block on a 4 hour time frame, right? And the market could easily bounce from the midpoint of this zone. And then we also have, let's go back to the 1 hour, right? Then we also have, I'm going to remove this fib. We also have this wick right here that I'm going to be keeping my eye on. Y'all remember that I told y'all in every video I like to look at the wicks. If you're not looking at the wicks, then you're probably missing out on a lot of things in the market, right? You're probably not reading price as well as you could be. So this wick right here is important, and I'm going to show you guys why. Also, this wick right here is important, and I'm going to show you guys why right now. So let's put our fib on this wick. Okay, don't have to be perfect. I'm just trying to do this quick before the market opens in 8 minutes. So notice how price never came down to touch the midpoint of this wick, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a horizontal ray, right? I'm going to put a yellow line on the midpoint of this wick. That way I don't have to have my fib on the chart the entire day, right? So price never came down and hit the midpoint of that wick. So we have liquidity resting right here that I'm looking at, right? This is a liquidity area that I'm going to be looking for the market to take. Right, and then we also have to measure out this fib up here. This wick up here that I was just pointing to. Now I'll put a yellow line on this one as well, just because I want to see if the price is going to have any type of reactions when it decides to get up there. And the reason why I'm pointing this out is because, like I said, we got that news at 3 p.m. So what I believe that we're going to come down first and sweep this liquidity, right? But we're not going to sweep the liquidity that I'm looking for, right? It's going to leave this intact, and it's going to kind of look like a triple bottom formation, but not really, because triple bottoms are close to even. But the way ICT teaches us to look at liquidity is relative equal lows or highs. And as you can see, these two lows right here are relatively equal. All right, so I'm going to look for the market to take this low, come down and not break this low for the morning section, right? I do believe that we're going to see a fast moving market today, and I'm looking forward to that. But I'm also trying to control my emotions before the market open, because there's going to be a lot of opportunities to make money in this market, but there could also be a lot of opportunities to lose money. So I'm always having that thought in mind when I'm trading, right? So this is what I'm looking at. I have my 2 wicks, I have my 4-hour order block, but essentially I'm looking for the market to do one or two things first, right? Either come down here, take this liquidity right here that I was talking about, and then go back up, take this liquidity, and maybe bump into this 1-hour order block, or maybe bump into this 4-hour order block. And I think they're going to save this liquidity up here for 3 p.m. Okay, so that's pretty much my guess right now. If I had to take a guess, if gun to my back, if I had to say which way the market is going to go or what could possibly happen, that's what I'm looking for, right? Me personally, I don't try to predict where the market is going to go. I just look for liquidity, and whatever the market does, I just react to that. Now let me take y'all back to this little zone that I was talking about right here, right? So we have a 1-hour market structure shift on a 1-hour, and we have a little bit of a fair value gap in there. Now, me personally, off the rip, I do not really trust this fair value gap that much, but we also have a order block in here, right? If you wanted to look at it like this as well, it's an order block. Now, I'm not really going to trust this order block either, and that's only because of what I just said. I think that the market is going to come down and take that liquidity that I pointed out right here, right? But it is important to note that we're in the order block, or we're in a fair value gap. This is how, if you're a new ICT student and you just learned about order blocks and fair value gaps, these are some of the things that make new students lose trades. Because yes, it's easy to spot an order block or to spot a fair value gap on the market. However, it's not always easy to use it, especially on days like today where there's a lot of news coming out. So all we can do right now is wait patiently, right? Let the market open up and then see what the market gives us. But this is probably also going to be a day that I may take a trade before 10 a.m. Normally I try to wait until after 10 a.m. But this week, and that liquidity sitting right there, that is literally one of my favorite strategies to use right now. So I'll probably go in there with like small risk. Okay, so I already got my trade open actually for this right here, and I do plan on getting in there if the market comes down and take that liquidity and it starts to like hold near the midpoint area of that wick. All right, so we're gonna test that out and see what happens. Be sure to leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel. I'm just trying to give y'all as many gems as I can. I've been studying ICT for about 1.5 years right now. I don't really study right now because honestly, I've watched almost all of his videos at least once or twice, and some of them even 3 or 4 times. So I've done a lot of studying. At this point, studying just drives me crazy. There's really nothing new that he's going to tell me. But I still respect his content, and I still recommend people, if you don't know about the Inner Circle Trader or ICT, go to his YouTube channel. I'll leave a link in the description below. Make sure y'all go and study as much as y'all can, because that's how I got so good at price reading. I know some people think he's a scam. Some people think whatever they want to think, but me personally, I can only tell you how my experience was, and so far it's been pretty good. I've never been this good at reading price action or trading throughout my entire trading journey. So, I have to give the respect where the respect is due. But so far, that's my analysis. If we zoom out, you notice we're still pretty much in consolidation right here. We did have a 4-hour market structure shift on the 4-hour, right? Look at how this 4-hour candle broke below these swing lows right here. These big 4-hour candles closed below. So me personally, I am still looking to take sales, even though I do believe the first trade of the day may be a buy. So, but I'm telling you all this as well because this is the reason why I am going to lower my risk. If I do take a buy, I am going to lower my risk today. And then also, let me look at this little range on an hourly time frame. Okay, I'm just going to put my fib on this low right here, put it on this high. So that's also perfect because even in this hourly time frame, notice that where the midpoint of that wick is at is right in discount zone, right? So that kind of makes it more justifiable if I do take a buy, because at least we're in the discount zone, and I always look to be in the discount if I'm taking a buy. If you don't know what premium and discount zones are, I'll leave a link to one of ICT's videos in my description below. And I have also I've also made a video on premium and discount before if you guys want to go check out that video. But the market just opened. Let's see what happens. I am not going to commentate throughout this entire video because this is going to be a longer video. But I definitely will be here watching price with you guys the whole time. But I don't want to just be talking for like a whole hour straight. So, stick with me and let's see what happens today, right? Another tip I want to give to y'all as well. I personally feel like I trade better when I'm looking at the hour or the 4-hour time frame. It really helps me block out a lot of the noise that's on the smaller time frames, like the 15-minute, the 5-minute, the 1 minute. It's nothing wrong with trading on those time frames. It's just that I'm trying to learn how to trade less. So, that's what I'm just simply trying to do. Another thing that I'm noticing right here, you guys, is look at this inversion fair value gap. If we put our fib from high to low, okay, I just put my fib from this swing high to this swing low right here. All right, notice how we have a inversion fair value gap right here. This is an inversion fair value gap mixed into the 4-hour order block, as well as we got the midpoint of that wick, right? So if the market decided to go up there first, I wouldn't mind taking a sell from there as well. But just wanted to point that out to you guys because, like I said, I think the market is going to be moving pretty fast today. So I want y'all to be able to keep up with everything that I'm doing and everything that I'm looking at. So far, the market is having a little reaction off of this 1-hour order block right here. Not going to keep this box on my chart, but there is these two candles right here makes an order block. It's not really a trade for me because it's in the middle of the range, and I typically don't like to trade in the middle of the range. I like to either be in super discount or super premium. So But if it was to go up here and take out these highs, that could get me into an early day sale. But like I said, because we have that news at 3 p.m., that kind of like makes this AM session a bit weird. I do think the better move will obviously be to just wait for that 3 p.m. session. But I just got off of work and I'm looking to be asleep around 3 p.m. And not trading. So I'm going to see if I can catch something here during the AM session. So far, the market has done absolutely nothing. There's nothing that I'm looking at right now that's going to put me into a trade. We're just bouncing around from one order block to the next. We got these 2 order blocks right here, and then we have these 2 order blocks right here. And as you guys can see, price is just bouncing back and forth. So I'm going to wait until the market makes a move. And who knows, man, maybe I'll be able to find a good trade for this AM session. I was expecting price to be moving a lot faster than this. That's why I said I may trade before 10, but so far, nothing is happening that's like giving me any type of trade ideas right now. So I just have to sit back and wait. Leave a comment down below if you are a trader. I want to know, how long have you been trading and what do you trade primarily? By the way, I also want to make an announcement to let you guys know that I will be going live soon. Currently, I am shopping for a laptop, and I just want to make sure that I get the right specs. Just want to make sure that I get a laptop that I can use and not have to constantly upgrade it. I need to have enough memory and processing power so that I can go live and, it not look like a bunch of pixels and everything else. So be looking forward to that, y'all. It's probably going to be closer to January. But yeah, be looking forward to that, and I hope to see all y'all in the chats, because I think those lives are going to be so nice, and I'm looking forward to it personally. I'm going to drop down on these other time frames just to take a look to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, we know we got, I do like this 15-minute order block right here. I do like this 15. I'm going to mark this out because I like this 15-minute order block. But before I mark this out, yeah, let me mark this out. I hate to have too much on my charts, but there's a 15-minute order block right here that's right above that liquidity right there. So I'm wondering if the market is going to want to come in and take that and hit that 15-minute order block and then potentially sell off. So let me put a box on this. I'll just make that red so it can stand out. So we got a couple things coupled into one, it looked like we have already hit the midpoint of this 15-minute order block. So I guess I could take it back off, because typically when it hits the midpoint, it doesn't mean that it's no longer valid. But for me, that's what I'll be looking for. I look for it to hit the midpoint when it take liquidity. So I guess I could take that back off of my chart. I'm not really going to be using that. I'll probably just stick to the midpoint of that wick, because the midpoint of that wick is right above this little liquidity right here. So it's just a patience game. The market still haven't really done much since it opened, and I'm going to switch back to the 1 hour time frame. So far, we did see some respect on this 1 hour order block. We did see a little bit of respect on there. But, it's not, maybe it gave you a scalp or something. It's not really how I like to trade. But it is nice to note these type of things when you're reading price, because this is going to help you figure out what's going on, right? Like what I'm pretty much saying is this, right? If you see this order block and you see that price is respecting this order block, there's no reason for you to be selling right now. In the beginning of the video, I had already said that I'm anticipating this order block right here to be violated and this liquidity to be taken. That is what I'm anticipating right now. So I'm just sitting on the sidelines right now waiting for this. And then we're going to see what happens. It should be getting ready to happen right now. I wouldn't even feel bad for taking a sell right now, but I'm trying to trade less. The old me would have taken that sell thinking that it's getting ready to go straight down and take the liquidity, and maybe it does. But sometimes you may do that, and then the market just keeps going up and down for the next 20 or 30 minutes, and then it just may drive you crazy. So it's best to wait for a confirmation, wait for the market to give you the pretty much the signal, right? Because that's what it's going to do. It's going to give you the signal to get in the trade, and that's what you're waiting on, right? So now price is coming down as we was anticipating, and now I'm going to switch to my trade locker, because I want to see what my risk to reward is. I have my take profit right there. But just in case it don't get there, I want to see what the risk to reward would be if I had it right there. About a 1-1 right there so far. Not really in love with that. It would be nice if it can go all the way up here and sweep at least these highs. But we'll see. If we get into a trade, we'll just have to adapt. But we are coming down to sweep these lows, like I was just telling you guys in the start of the video. So I'm going to remove this 1 hour order block. It's no longer valid in my opinion. Now, when I'm using the wick, right, and I'm taking my entries from either the midpoint of the wick or maybe a little bit below, my stop loss is going to be right here. I normally put my stop loss about 10 points below this candle, right? And then my take profit will be the next swing high, which is this one right here, or it could be this swing high up here. Now, what I'm targeting for a take profit is the midpoint of this order block on a 1 hour chart. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about, just in case y'all don't know. Okay, this yellow zone that I have on my chart is the midpoint. The yellow zone that I have on my chart is these two candles right here combined. It's the bodies of these candles, right? That's my order block. And this red zone is the fair value gap that was created by this big candle right here. So those are the two zones that I have on my chart. They have been on my chart since Monday, I believe. So, you know, price has been stuck in this range all week. And this is why I love looking at the 4 hour and the 1 hour time frame so much. So let's see. Is it going to go all the way down here and not respect the wick, right? Because that's one thing that can happen right now too. As you guys can see, it did have a little bit of a reaction right there, right? It did have a little bit of a reaction touching the midpoint of that wick. So that's something that I'm going to take note of. But I still want to see it go a lot lower, you know, so that if I do take this trade, you know, I want to see it, yep, right there. So let me see. I'm going to go into my app now. Okay, right here. Let's see what we want to risk. I'll probably just risk 0.25%. Let me see if we target this high. That's a good risk. I think I'm going to just take this trade. Win or lose, it's a pretty good trade. And this like I said, this is a strategy that I'm just so comfortable with, y'all. So it's not really a big deal for me taking this trade. It is before 10 a.m. But this is just textbook right here. Notice how I am instantly going into profits. But I think, you know, I'm have to be a little bit more patient, because I still do believe that this is a counter trend trade. So typically when you get into a counter trend trade, you know, it takes a long time for it to make a move, versus when you're trading with the market, you can see, you know, big price action, big moves happen really fast, which is one of the biggest reasons why I do not recommend new traders to counter trend trade. You know, I feel like if you want to make your journey harder as a new trader, counter trend trading is the quickest way to do it. So, you know, like I just told y'all, we have this liquidity that was just swept, and now I'm just pretty much waiting to see, is the market going to want to come back up. I'm risking about 30 something points to make about 100 plus points, so I got a good 3-to-1 risk to reward on this. And like I said, I'm only risking 0.25% from my phase 2 account, so win or lose is not really going to hurt me that much. But this is just a trade that I'm comfortable with, so I'm going to take it. You know, I literally called this trade out before the market even opened, so you guys should be able to, you know, use that to know that I'm super comfortable with these type of trades. But we're going to see how this plays out. So right now, if I'm reading price action, this is the type of price action that I want. Notice how it did not break that low that I was telling y'all about. And if it do break that low, then I'm just going to lose the trade. It's just that simple. So far, it's doing exactly what I want it to do. The only thing that's left for me to pay attention to is the hourly candle, right? So we got about 12 minutes left in this hour candle. And what I want to see on my trading view is I want to see this hour candle close above the yellow line, right? That's the next way to use these wicks, right? When you're using these wicks, you want to always see the body close above the midpoint of whatever wick you're using to take an entry off of. So we got about 11 more minutes until that candle closes. And that candle alone is going to let us know if we're, winners or losers with this trade. And hopefully, it goes way up above and it don't close like right at that midpoint line. But I'm hoping that it starts to make a move to the upside aggressively. And we could probably see that happen maybe around 9:55 a.m. Sometimes it happens like a little bit closer to the close of the candle, but we just have to be patient and see how this trade plays out. All right, so far we're up about 1%, a good 101. If I was to close this trade right now, I would not be mad, but I do think we're going to go back up there and take those highs. So I'm just going to be a little bit patient with this trade. Depending on how bullish we get, I'm going to move my TP up a little bit higher just in case we want to, really start making moves to the upside. So I should be in with smart money right now. Liquidity was just swept. Now it's just a waiting game, man. So, my tips to you, if you're struggling with taking profits too soon because the market does a lot of up and down gyrations, my tips to you, if you're struggling with that, you can always watch price from your trading view. It helped me out a lot when I was struggling with closing profits too soon, because now I can't really look at the numbers on my screen, and I'm more so paying attention to the trade. Another thing that I do is I like to look at the 1 minute time frame. Notice how we had a little bit of a market structure shift on the 1 minute time frame. Right, we had this high violated right here. This big candle closed above, and then now we're pulling back into this little bit of a order block that's not even really an order block in my opinion. Only because if we measure this out with the fib, it's not perfect, but that's what I'm looking at right now. All right, so let's see. The market was just up, now it's coming down, which is why, I was just saying I wouldn't mind taking that profit, because the market does this all the time where it comes up and goes down. But Just for learning purposes, I want to hold off and see if my TP or my stop loss is going to get hit. We got about 7 more minutes until that hourly candle close, so let's see what happens. Also going to go back to trading view real quick. I just want to take a quick look at these other time frames, making sure that nothing too crazy is happening. Yeah, I do think that this fair value gap on the 5-minute will become an inversion fair value gap right here. I don't think that this is going to keep price down, and I think all of this is going to be treated as liquidity up here. So we're just going to wait and see what happens with this. So let's just wait and see what happens. Looks like we're gaining some type of momentum. I'm going to go back to the hour chart because in 3 minutes I want to see how this candle is going to close above. And that's the only reason why I did not wait until after 10 a.m. today, because I don't know if I was going to be able to get an entry after 10 a.m. If this market decides to, start really moving up, then you might not be able to catch this trade. Currently, Right now, as I read price, what I'm taking note of is how slow this bounce was. I would have preferred to see a much more aggressive bounce. But like I said, that could also be because, this 1 hour candle needs to close. So maybe after we see this candle close, the market may decide, the market may decide on whether it wants to go up or come back down and stop me out. The prop firm that I'm using right now, by the way, you guys, is called Funding Traders. I'm going to leave a link. It is my affiliate link down below if you guys want to go check out this prop firm. It's a really good prop firm. I love using Trade Locker. That is what I'm using right now. That's what's on your screen right now. I love Trade Locker. It's a really good prop firm. They got some really great prices. And I'm also going to put a discount code in the description below. So if you are looking to get a prop firm account, you could get 40% off of that account right now as well. So y'all can find that information in the description below. We got under 1 minute to see if this candle is going to close, below. Close above that yellow line. So it looks like it did, but let me go over here and check. So, yep, this candle closed below. Now, what I typically look at after this happened is the midpoint of this candle, right, that just closed below. Now, when I'm reading price, look at how, right, price came down, hit that midpoint of this candle, right? Price came down and hit the midpoint of this wick. Now, what I'm looking to see right now, I want to see price start to really move up and do it pretty fast as well. So that's the next thing I'm going to be looking at right here. And this is pretty much how I use candles to trade. I did make a pretty good video, at least I thought it was a good video, talking about how to use candles to find trades and get really precise entries. And I'm trying to show you guys this live now and give y'all a real example on how you can do this in the markets. All right, so we had that close above on the 1 hour. That's good as far as reading price action. But now I want to really see this 1 hour candle start to make some moves upwards, and I want to see it become much more aggressive than what it has been. And that's what I'm looking for now. If it don't start to do that soon, then I may just exit the trade. But so far, the market hasn't really given me a reason to want to get out of this trade. So I'm going to switch back to my Trade Locker. Okay, we have been up, we have been down. I guess you could have still waited until 10 a.m. to take this trade as well. So I just wanted to be extra careful, and I thought that the markets was going to be moving a lot faster today, so that's why I wanted to get an earlier entry. So let's see what happens. We should start seeing some up candles on it, especially on the 1 minute time frame. We're looking at the hour right now, but I want to see some momentum to the upside. Leave a comment down below if y'all have ever closed out a trade, and then the moment you close out, that's when the market starts to go up. Because right now, I know for a fact that if I close this trade, the market is going to just start going up like crazy just because I'm out of the trade. Maybe I'm just superstitious as well. But leave a comment down below if that have ever happened to y'all. Another thing that I'm taking note of as well, I'm going to go back here to show you guys this, right? here's another way to read price action. When we had this swing low down here, right, notice how the body of this 1 hour candle did not close below this swing low, right? So this indicates a sweep of liquidity instead of a market structure shift. So that gives me more, confidence that maybe I can hold on to this trade. But either way, that's why I only risk a half of a percent, so that, win or lose, I'm not really damaging my account too much. Like I said earlier, this is what it looks like when you're counter trend trading. It's so slow. But when you're on the right side of the market will let you know. You just have to have patience and be willing to trust your trade, and that comes with experience, right? So the more experience you get, the better off you will be. And you don't have to get experience by putting real money into the markets. You could demo trade for a while. You can use prop firm accounts. I always recommend new traders use prop firm accounts because it gives you that real experience without you having to risk too much. Certain companies have like $50 accounts, $100 accounts, where you can buy a 5K or a 10K account. And if you're using the discount code that I have in the description below, you're going to get 40% off of that. So imagine, spending $60 to buy a 10K account. Versus you putting $500 into a real account as a beginner trader, you're risking far more. And on top of that, you don't even really know what you're doing. So also, these prop firms have helped me out a lot too, because it really have helped me manage my risk a lot better when I was like a new trader. When I first started to learn forex, I wasn't really managing my risk that well. And when I started to trade prop firms, it really helped me get over that obstacle, get over that hill. So there's many good benefits that comes with using prop firm accounts. So make sure y'all check out that link in the description below. All right, now we are starting to see some momentum. If I go to the 1 minute time frame, you guys will notice that we should be breaking over this high right here on the 1 minute. I want to see price aggressively go above this high that was made. And then we also have, we have this fair value gap right here that I want to see become an inversion fair value gap. So I want to see this candle close above this price right here, close above this fair value gap, and then come back below and use that as support. We got 2 order blocks right here. Let's see, we got we got 1 order block. I said 2 order blocks. We got an order block right here. Okay, I'm going to put this on my chart, and I'll make both of those yellow so y'all can know. So I want to see how price is going to behave if it comes back down and hit this order block. I'm not looking to add to my position or anything like that. Let me see. Just real quick, I want to see if I did add to my position though. Let me see. I think maybe I could add to my position. I don't really know. Right here, I think I'm gonna add right there, and I'm still risking under 1% on this trade, you guys. So just added to my position. So now I want to see it have a bounce from this order block that we see on this chart right here, and finally go above that swing high on the 1 minute time frame and break above that fair value gap. That's what I'm looking for. I want to go back to the 1 hour. I don't really like being on the 1 minute for too long. But now that we hit this order block, I want to see price start to make some really good moves. It's 10-11. So that's another reason why I'm being patient. The market tends to start to make moves around, 10-15, 10-30. So we're going to have to remain patient with this trade and see what happens. I wanted to see more of a bounce from this order block. All of this choppiness makes me want to get ready to close out. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm trying to be as patient as I possibly can. I'm going to get ready to at least set this one into break even when it starts to go up. And the reason why is because, you always have to realize that you could be wrong in this market. And, you want to, especially when you're doing these prop firm accounts, you want to try to protect their account as much as possible. But I'm not trying to move my stop up too fast, because then I can get stopped out prematurely, and then the market end up going up without me. So I don't want to do that as well. So we're starting to see some movement to the upside. I want to see it get more aggressive than this. I want to see it blow through that fair value gap that I put on my chart on a 1 minute time frame, which is those two green lines that y'all see. I want to see it go ahead and break through all of that. Otherwise, I might just take, the little profits that the market gave me and, live to see another day, because this is some very choppy price action. And y'all have witnessed me be very patient. I was up 270. I was back to break even. I was up 200 again, back to break even. So, this is what having patience look like. And there's nothing wrong with if you would have taken profits when it went up the first time. There's nothing wrong with that. As I told y'all, I'm working on, being more patient and trusting my trades. And one of the top ways you can do that is to manage your risk so that you're not overly stressed out when you're in the trade. I'm not stressed out at all. I can get stopped out on both of these positions and it won't really hurt me. I'll still be up on the week even if I do. So just trying to give you guys some tips for the beginner traders out there. All of this struggle to get up is really confusing. It make me feel like maybe it's not going to do what I want it to do. But I want to at least see if it goes back into that fair value gap, how is it going to react the next time it goes back into that fair value gap that I marked out in a 1 minute time frame. So I'm trying to be patient. I'm almost even ready to put my stop loss right here because it shouldn't technically go below this right here. So I'm going to move my stop loss up. But that way I'm only risking about $200 because it should not go back below there. If it does, I'm probably on the wrong side and I'm going to lose the trade. Right there. Let's be real careful with these stop losses. There we go. So now I'm still risking about a half of a percent. So I'm not really too worried, you know. So we're hanging around this wick area a little bit too long. I'll probably get stopped out right here. Bam, and there it is. I got stopped out. We was floating into some profits, but the market did come down there to stop me out. Now I'm potentially going to look for another entry here for a buy. Let's go back to trading view. See what's okay. So right here is sweeping this liquidity right here. Like I said, I was on the wrong side of that. We was in some profits, but we did not take those profits, and then we ended up getting turned into liquidity. So that's how it happens. You're going to take losses as a trader. That's what comes with it. So let me see, because I'm wondering, is it going to... Oh, man. And I'm hoping that it don't just sweep that liquidity and start moving up too fast, and I can't even get in the trade. And y'all just see me in the trade the whole time, being patient. I was thinking that it was going to save this liquidity sweep until the end of the day, but I guess it just went down there and took it out right now. So we have a liquidity sweep. We can now go to the 1 minute time frame and see if there's going to be any type of market structure we can use. But we do have this downwards action. You know, we got some downwards price action in the morning section. So I don't really feel comfortable with taking another sell, at least not yet. I want to see what's going to happen. We are now in this 1 hour fair value gap. That's the green box that's on my chart. We had a liquidity sweep. And that's why I moved my stop loss. You know, I don't even think I lost. I may have lost literally a half of a percent on that trade. So, and now of course the market wants to start going up now that I am officially stopped out. But that's how it goes. This is why it is important to manage your risk properly, because, you know, I could have went all in on that trade and I would have been heartbroken right now. So at this 1 minute fair value gap in here, I honestly still do not trust it. Let me see. I honestly still do not trust this 1 minute fair value gap, but I want to, because it's too much in discount for me. You know, I don't want to be selling where I need to be looking for a buy. Right now, I'm looking to see if the market is going to sometimes, and don't take my word for it, just pay attention to price. Sometimes you will notice the market comes right before a midpoint and stop, right? So now I'm looking at this liquidity right here to be taken, and I'm looking to see if the market is going to go right above, right, this little midpoint. I'm looking for this liquidity right here to be taken. And maybe I can get another buy, right? I know it's a little bit crazy going for another buy, but I do think that it's going to want to go back up and sweep these highs up here. All right, so that's what I'm looking for right now. We have already taken a loss for about 0.5%, so nothing major. And that's what I'm going to be looking for. So I'm looking for this purple circle. That's the liquidity I'm looking for to be taken right now. We're seeing some market structure. Let's look at how it's going to behave right now. Maybe it wants to keep going up and not even come back down to sweep this liquidity. I would not be surprised to see that either. This is the 1 minute time frame that I'm looking at right now as well. You know, this 1 minute fair value gap is very tempting for a sell because I do think it may want to come back down and sweep liquidity one more time, but I'm just going to wait and see. Like I said, I'm not really comfortable taking a sell right now. I do think this market is going to want to go back up, right? That has been the bias ever since I opened up the chart. But, you know, I could potentially, you know, if I was going to take a sell, I would want to see it go up to this order block. And then our take profit would be down here. So not really even much to be made right there. But let's see if it's going to have a reaction off of this order block. We may be able to take a sell. But look how fast that's moving right now. Why couldn't it do this when I was in the trade? I have no idea. But I am going to try this sell right here. In this order block. on the 1 minute, I want to see if it's going to go back down and sweep. If not, then I'll just close if it starts to get too bullish, right? Because I just said I didn't want to take a sell, and now I'm selling, so. So we did have a close above this 1 minute order block. So now this could be used as this fair value gap can be used as an inversion. So what I'm going to do is when it go back down there, I'm going to look to get out of this trade that I'm in for a sell. Unless it goes back down there and like not respected, then I might hold on for a little while. But that's what I'm going to be looking forward to doing, because we're seeing a pretty significant market structure shift on a 1 minute time frame. But let's just see what happens here. You know, I want to draw this out on my trading view, because I took my trade from this order block right here. And notice how even on trading view we got you know, it did not close at or below that midpoint. So we're going to see what happens right here. Risking about 0.63% on this trade. I want to see if this inversion is going to hold price up, or is it going to just blow right through that inversion as well and turn more people into liquidity. So let's see what happens here. We're getting a dip back down into this inversion right now. I want to see, you know, is it going to blow through it and maybe even hit into this 1 minute order block that's pretty much down here. I want to see what's going to happen right here. Getting a little bit of a pullback. Right there. Okay, I'm gonna be a little bit more patient. Maybe I should have got out right there. Just want to be a little bit more patient, see what's going to happen here, because it might want to come all the way back down and sweep liquidity one more time. Move my stop loss and take profit. All right, so it's bouncing off of this inversion, so I probably need to be getting out right here. Yep, I need to be getting out. Price is getting really bullish from that inversion. Just want to make sure it's ready to go up before I close out, because it might still go back down. But it did respect that inversion, so I'm not loving that. I should have just took that 200. Got a little bit greedy right there. I want to see how it's going to behave up here. Is it ready to blow through that order block, or is it going to come back down again? You know, we do have a 1 minute order block right here that I want to show y'all. We got this 1 minute order block right here, which is one of the reasons why I stayed in the trade, because I do think at the bare minimum the market could come back down, take this liquidity and hit into this order block right here. So that's why I wanted to have a little bit of patience to see if that was going to happen, and maybe we could still see that happen right here. You know, we gotta you know, it may not happen though. It's just, you never know. I don't like how it respected that inversion, but I'm going to wait and see what happens. You know, I should have just taken that 200. I could have been almost back to break even, but I'm moving a little bit slow with my reactions right now, so let's see. All right, my trade locker appears to be frozen, so I can't really see what's going on trade locker. And it's looking like it's getting really bullish, so I'm probably going to get stopped out. Yep, probably going to get stopped out. My trade locker is frozen. Now it's officially back up and running. So I'm still going to be patient because I want to see if it's going to tap into that order block. So I want to see what's going to happen right here. If I get stopped out, then, you know, it's going to suck because I was just up 200 on this trade. Thinking about just closing and taking a smaller loss. There's no reason for me to continue to hold unless, you know, price just magically pulls back right now, but it's getting way too close to my stop loss, and I'm not really loving how it reacted off of that inversion. Maybe if I can get lucky, it could come back down here and get me out for a profit. That would be magical. But I'm going to need some luck on my side, to be honest. look at a different time frame. Got the 5-minute order blocks right here. So I think I should be just getting out of this trade. Win or lose, this is not a good trade. I don't really like it. But I'm reading price right now, and the fact that it's stuttering right now, or it's consolidating in this little area, gives me some hope that maybe I could get out of here or break even. I'm looking at the midpoint of this wick, and notice like the midpoint, which is that green line, notice how the bodies keep going right above that candle and it's not really getting over it. So just trying to have some patience with this candle right here. My stop loss should actually be right there. I have my stop loss in the wrong spot. There we go. So I want to see if the market is going to keep price below the midpoint of this wick. If it don't, then I'll probably do a manual close. And there it goes. It's looking like it's getting above. Right there, got above right there. So now I can pretty much do a manual close on this trade. So, because win or lose, that was just going to be a bad trade. When I was up 200 on that, I should have just locked it in. So the next idea that I have, and this is probably going to be my last idea because obviously I'm getting torched. I'm looking. I seen something on a 5-minute. Let me see. I seen something on a 5-minute, and that was the 5-minute order block right here. And now I'm wondering, do price want to get up here and touch the midpoint of that? It's a shame because, I seen that inversion. I knew I should have just been focusing in on that inversion, but I also seen a quick sell, and the sell worked out, but I got a little bit greedy and ended up taking a loss on that trade. So there's no reason for me to, destroy my account. When you're wrong, sometimes you just gotta admit that you're wrong and keep it pushing to the next trade. Okay. Now you see, as I'm getting out, the market is selling off from this 5-minute order block. Little baby sell off. So I probably could have kept the trade open and, never had to take that loss. But that's what happens sometimes with trading. You take losses. So as y'all can see, I was up on both of my trades that I was in. I was in profits both times. Didn't take it, and now I'm down on the day. That's how trading goes sometimes, man. It's not easy. This is probably one of the toughest things that you'll ever attempt to do in your life, but it's okay because it will be profitable in the end if you just stick to it and don't give up. So currently on the day, I am down $500, $509 on the day, a little more than 1%. So I'm still trying to figure out. Let me look at the 30-minute time frame. We got an order block right here on the 30-minute. Then we also have a fair value gap in there as well that I like right there. So I like that a lot. I'm gonna put that on my chart. Then we also have a we have an order block on this 30-minute too. So I think maybe a sell could happen again. Because I don't think we're gonna break any of these highs, not until maybe 3 p.m. So that's what it's starting to look like. I am still looking to be a seller right here. Check all of my time frames, make sure I'm not missing anything. We do got a wick on the 1 hour time frame. Right here, so a lot of different things, and that wick is actually right at that order block, right? So we got the midpoint of the wick. We got these two order blocks right here. We got a fair value gap. So I'm definitely thinking that that's going to want to push the market back down. We just have to wait for the market to get up in there as well. So I would prefer to be taking my entry from this order block that I marked out. So I'm going to put my stop loss above this order block. 109. I'm going to put my take profit right down here. And then I'm going to wait to see if the market wants to get up in there and come back down. I'm also paying attention to like how aggressive this market is moving to the upside. It's not really moving up that aggressively. So which also makes me believe that we still should be looking for sales during this AM session. So let's see what happens when the market wants to get up in here. I'm going to switch this time frame to the 5-minute. Let's see, let's look at it from the, I want to give y'all a clean time frame to look at. Let's look at the 30-minute. Having a hard time getting over this little 30-minute order block right here, but I want to see it push up a little bit higher. So I'm not going to take any trades from this 30-minute order block right here. See that? Yeah, there we go. Don't even got to put that on the chart. So I want to see that push a little bit higher. And then keep going, so I can potentially get me a good little entry up in here. Like I said, I would prefer to take my sell from this 30-minute order block right here, or at least the midpoint of this wick right in here. But I have to wait and see what the market wants to do. You know, it's struggling to come up. So far, in my opinion, even though I have lost 2 trades, I still have taken some really good trades, so I'm not really angry about my losses or anything. That's one of the key reasons why you want to manage risk properly, so it don't really hurt you, because anybody can be wrong, you know. So now we're having a little bit of a sell-off. You know, we could be a buyer once you get under that discount zone, but I'm really not feeling that right now. I prefer to be a seller, so I prefer to just wait for the best setup. Little bit of a retracement. You know, I could look to be a buyer in here. Not really that, you know, excited about this buy, but I want to see something. I want to see if I could comes back enough, maybe I actually will take the buy, you know. So let's see how much of a sell-off we're going to see right here. We're coming down into this 1 minute fair value gap. I'm sorry, 1 minute order block right here. Let's see how much of this do it wants to dig into. I might actually take this buy. Let me see something real quick. It's coming. It's inside of an inversion right now. It's actually inside a discount as well. So if they give me a good enough dip, I think I'm going to take this buy. Yeah, I think I'm going to take this buy right here. Let's see if we can get a reaction back to the upside. maybe it's going to go a little bit lower. So I was already anticipating this. So I'm going to put my stop loss down here just in case they want to sweep those lows and then go back up. I would have rather seen it sweep those lows and then go back up, but I didn't want to miss out on this potential buy right here. So let's see if we can get a move back up. Come on, there we go. We just want to see you go back up. We don't want to see you keep coming back down. Come on, get on up there. Okay, I'm going to take that little win right there just so I can protect my account and just in case the market wants to keep coming back lower. I wanted to hold out for TP, but as y'all can see, trying to hold out for TP can get you in trouble. You know, I've lost 2 trades already that I did not have to lose. You know, if I would have locked those trades in, I would have been up, you know, 750 on the day. So, like I said earlier, with these prop firm accounts, you want to protect your account at all costs. You never know what the market can do. So, that's what I'm doing right now. I just want to protect my account. And, you know, if it do go back up, then we'll just take that sell back to the downside. So that's the move right now. So we were able to make 280 on that trade, so we should only be down about 220 on the day. And if this trade comes back down here again, I'm going to take another buy. And it's looking like that's potentially what it wants to do. So we're just going to have to wait and see, you know. So far, I'm glad I got out of that trade, you know. That's just a part of reading price as well, you know. When you're in 2 winning trades and it don't win because you didn't take profits, you know, on that 3rd trade, you better be taking some profits, you know, to get your account back right, to get your mentality back right, get your confidence back up. I want to jump out and look at some other time frames just to make sure I'm not missing anything. There's nothing really on a 5-minute, nothing really on a 4-minute. Okay, on a 3-minute, we have this big order block on a 3-minute time frame. So let me make sure it's in a discount zone. It's not really fully in the discount zone, so I don't like that. Let's look at the 1 minute or the 2 minute. On the 2 minute time frame, we have on a 2 minute time frame, we do have some fair value gaps, but I don't really like those that much. The only thing that I can really see is maybe we come back down into this zone right here. I mean, this order block right here. and we sweep this liquidity, we sweep this liquidity. But personally, I would not want to see it come all the way back down this low. I would like to see this right here hold it up at the very least. And then, you know, we also have this inversion right here. So let's see if that inversion is going to hold it up as well. So far, it's doing a pretty good job holding it, but me, I just want to be careful because I've already taken 2 losses. I'm not trying to get too fancy, and I know that there's 3 p.m. news out, so I don't want to really do too much. It's already 11:05. I'm not really trying to fight the market right now. But I do think that it's going to target this liquidity up here. Okay, I'm going to put a little yellow. Wait a minute. I'm going to put a little bubble right here for y'all, because that is the liquidity that's looking like it's, you know, going to target. So that's the reason why I'm looking for a buy. But it's a little choppy right now, so I'm just waiting to see what happens, if I want to take this trade again or not. I'm also taking note at how fast price moved when it got up into this zone that I marked out. Look how fast it moved the first time it got into this zone, right? So that is going to be an indicator for me to trust the sell once it gets higher up into this order blocks. So that's essentially what I'm waiting for. I think the sell is going to be the better move as far as speed and cleanness. But right now, I just have to, you know, take what the market is giving me. If I was still holding on to that buy, I definitely would have been closed it by now, especially after losing those first 2 trades from trying to have patience. Sometimes patience will get you in trouble, but ultimately all you can do is manage your risk and trust your trade and try to read price and adapt to the live markets. And another thing that worries me about buying more dips is that, the market could want to come all the way down here and take this liquidity as well. So I'm going to put a circle on that so y'all could be watching this liquidity. But those are the 2 liquidity zones that I'm looking at right now, where my 2 yellow circles are. And as you guys can tell, we are in the middle of this range. Typically, I do not like to trade the middle of the range. So, I did take a trade earlier, was able to scalp it, but I'm not looking to continue to, trade that way, especially because I was looking for this thing to just go right back up there and take that swing high up there, but it never really took it. And now it's doing all of this consolidation. It's not the best price action, if you ask me. And also, this is what tends to happen when there's news at 3 p.m. The market is a little bit choppy. Even when it makes moves, it's not clean, it's not fast. But I've showed y'all that y'all can still trade these markets. Even though I lost those first 2 trades, I was up. I was up 1-1 on pretty much both of the trades almost. So I just didn't lock those in. I got a little bit greedy on that second one. And even on the first one, I pretty much knew I was going to take a loss, because typically when you're trading from a wick or an order block or a fair value gap, you want to see the market go into those zones and have a fast reaction. The same way we seen the market go into this zone right here and had a pretty fast reaction, right? This is the type of price action you want to see when you're trading from your zones. My goal is to be as transparent with y'all as possible. That's why I'm trying to do these videos until I get my laptop. Then I will be able to, do these videos live with you guys. But for now, this is like my best option, is to just do a pre-recorded video showing y'all how to read price action, the things that I look for when I'm trading.
special about you and me, babe. You got me, you got me, you got me feeling fine. So just say the words, cause you know what it means to me, babe. When you got me, you got me, you got me feeling right.
You know, we do have this short-term liquidity right here. I'm going to make this orange circle. That is the short-term liquidity that we may want to take out. And there's an order block resting right below that. So I'm currently just waiting to see if it's going to come down here and take this liquidity on this 1 minute time frame. I can definitely see that happen before we go back up, especially because it's 11:17, and typically we tend to see the market go for liquidity around 12. It's an algorithmic thing. It happens almost every day. ICT definitely teaches that as well. So that's the only reason why I'm even still looking for the market. Looking at the market. Typically, I tend to stop around 11 to 11:45, especially 11:30, 11:45. If nothing is going on, I'm definitely not even looking. After you read price for about an hour or two, it's always a good idea to just take a break from watching the market, because if you watch too long, you're going to start doing things that's out of your character and out of your trading plan, and that's when you really start seeing those really significant losses that I'm pretty sure we all have experienced before. I'm probably going to only record for maybe another 20 minutes. If the market don't do anything by then, then I'll just come back around 3 p.m. And I may record at 3 p.m. as well and potentially add to this video, or maybe not. I really don't know. If I'm looking to buy, I'm definitely not liking how this fair value gap is holding up in here. I don't like that at all. The bodies did close above the midpoint of it, so that is a bullish signal, but I'm not liking how it's hanging around this fair value gap for too long. It is now 11:31. We should be seeing some type of movement happen for this last 30 minutes of this hour candle going into the afternoon session. We definitely want to see some type of movement happen really soon. This could be the last decent trade until the Jerome Powell news at 3 p.m. So, I don't mind seeing it go up first, because if it goes up, let me show you guys what I'm talking about. If it goes up here first and take this liquidity, I would actually prefer to see that, because I'm more comfortable taking a sell right now. even though we do have this little uptrend on the lower time frames, I would prefer for it to go up here, take this liquidity first, because then it will leave all of this liquidity for us to use as a take profit area. Then we also have this swing low as well. So either it's going to come down, take this swing low now, get me into a buy where I can use that to target this as my exit, or it's going to go up here and I'm going to take a sell and use that to target this as my exit. So those are the two options that I'm looking at right now. It's 11:33, so the market could easily just stay here until 1:32 p.m. because of the news. Typically when you see news happening in the markets, there's going to be some sort of manipulation in there, some weird price action, and all of these things are not me just making excuses or anything like that. These are things you want to know so that when you're trading on a news day, you can lower your risk, right? You're not trying to hit home runs, you're not trying to do too much, and just be grateful for what the market gives you. But let's see, it's 11:34. We got I'll probably stay here for another 10 to 15 more minutes. I almost forgot to look at this hourly wick right here. So I'm looking at this hourly wick. I am going to put that on my chart, just because that could also be a take profit area if we do find a sell before the afternoon session starts. But so far it's looking like price is trapped in between this wick right here. Look at how it keeps going right above the midpoint of this wick, and it's not really doing anything of significance, right? I'm gonna put the yellow wick on mine. So notice how we're stuck in between that wick right there, and this is why wicks are so important, and they help you at the very least read price action. Sometimes I do take trades from the wicks, but most of the time I do use them just to read price action, right? Because if you don't measure that wick out, you won't really see it. Look how price is continuing to go above this wick on the hourly, and then it keeps coming back down. So Every time it touched that wick, notices how it's rejecting from that wick every time. All right, 1138. Let's see if we're going to sweep these highs first, or are we going to get stopped up by this order block right here? I want to see what the market wants to do. Let's see what the market wants to do. Is it going to hit this wick and come back down, or is it going to take the buy side liquidity first? So let's see what's going to happen right here. As I said, y'all, and as ICT teaches, this is algorithmic. So typically, around these times, you start to see the market make a move because it's going to want to sweep some type of liquidity around the afternoon session. So this is what we're potentially going to see right here. Okay, so it got to this order block on the 1 minute and it's starting to reject already. I'm going to highlight this just so it's clear. Got to this 1 minute and it's starting to reject. Let's see if that's going to hold up. Or let's see if it's going to go all the way up there and take the liquidity first. Y'all see I took that trade. I took my trade when it first dipped back down. What is this? The 2 minutes go to the 1 minute. So I took my trade when it first dipped back down. So I would have been in this trade for almost a whole hour for it to, be getting a little bit closer to my TP. It's moving hella slow. I want to see if it's going to have any type of reaction once it hits the midpoint of this 1 minute order block right here. It is getting ready to touch up in there at any moment. I will not trust this order block, mainly because there's liquidity right above it. And this is the quickest way to get turned into liquidity right here. It may not want to go above it, but it's so hard for me to trust it, especially with it being 11:42. You know, this could be the liquidity that gets taken at during the afternoon. So right there, price did not close above the midpoint of that order block, so we're going to take note of that. I want to see what this next candle is going to do. This next candle, you know, if it's going to keep price below, if it's going to go sweep this liquidity, it should be doing it like right now. Okay, so it's going up there to sweep that liquidity. Perfect. Okay, now we can start looking for our sales that we wanted. Going to go back to the 30-minute time frame, because my stop loss now needs to be up here. Okay. And I think I'm going to leave my take profit where it's at. You know, and hopefully it's not trying to just sweep this liquidity and come back down. I wanted to see it dig up a little bit higher, but that's looking like what it's going to do right here. It's going to sweep that and drop. So I might have to, yep, it's sweeping that and it's dropping. So I might put my stop loss somewhere up here. Yeah, I might put my stop loss in there. So I might just get in this trade right now. You know, I wanted to hold off to the midpoint, but I'm wondering if it's even going to touch that midpoint. Delete this off of here. It's just distracting me. I don't really need all of this on there. I would love for this thing to just go a little bit higher, just a little bit higher. Maybe an extra 30 points higher, and I think that would be a good entry for me to look for a sale. But it could easily not do that as well. And I want to swing back over here because I want to look at the midpoint. Because look at how these. Okay, I want to pay attention to the midpoint of this, because this could give me a good risk to reward if I use that wick right there. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to get in this trade. It's leaving me, y'all. Hopefully we can see some type of pullback. I want to get into this trade. It's leaving me though. That is so annoying when you're so close to, you waited so long and then this happens, it takes off without you. I would love to see at least a pullback. That is so disgusting, y'all. That is so disgusting. I want to see at least a pullback, get me into this sale. Maybe if we can go up there and hit that order block, it can get me into this sale. That is such a nasty drop. But yeah, y'all are seeing it live. I mean, this is the power of the wicks, right? Look at how it hit the midpoint of that wick, sold off. I want to see if it's going to come back up and get me into this trade. If it can do that, then I will just have to be comfortable with my risk. Something is also telling me to just use the proper stop loss so that I know I don't get stopped out on this trade. It's coming back up. Let's see what's going to happen. It's coming back up. Let's see what's going to happen. I'm currently looking at this 1 minute order block. I want to see it come back up and hit this order block. Maybe get me into this trade before the afternoon session. 10 minutes before the afternoon session. I'm not really in love. Would have loved to have had that entry the first time I seen it. I probably would have just went ahead and got out and been done, but it came down pretty quick by the time I measured out that wick and seen what it was reacting to. So I'm still even iffy on this trade because I wanted to see it go deeper into that order block on a higher time frame. And I'm wondering, do it want to come down and sweep this liquidity, or do it want to run these equal highs still and continue to go up higher? It's very confusing for me right now to really know exactly what's going to happen, mainly because it's 11:50. This is why I typically don't even like to trade around this time. But let's see what happened. We're touching that order block right now. Is it going to just push right through it, or is it going to start coming back down lower? Buyers are in profit right now, so I'm looking for the buyers to get swept out of their trades. I'm going to just take it right here. Screw it. I'm going to just take that right here. Let's see if we can get a quick move to the downside for the last 9 minutes of this hour. Let's see if we can get a sweep of liquidity. I would like to see it start making a move quick. I don't want to see it continue to inch up. I want to just see it go straight down. And just to be safe, I'm going to have my stop loss prepared. Okay, it's looking like it's want to give us some type of profits. Come a little bit lower. already swept that high, so I don't think it wants to go back up there again, but I would love to see a nice drop right now and just go ahead and give me what I'm looking for so I can be done with this session. If it doesn't start dropping soon, I'm going to move my my stop loss into profit just so I can protect myself. Because, anything can happen at 12. The market could go up, it could go down. You never know what side of liquidity is going to be taken. Even if it does make sense for it to go one way, you just never know. So I'm just trying to be careful and protect myself right here. I want to see some movement right now. Even if we got below these lows, I will be happy with that. Such a choppy, slow market, I could close this trade out right now and be back to break even, but I want to give it some time. I really do think it's going to come down here and sweep these lows. But I just want to be careful because today is just not the day to keep playing around. Okay, there we go. Come on, keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Come on. All right, I'm moving my stop loss right here to $400 profit, just in case something weird happens. I want to just see it keep going from here. If I get stopped out, that's okay. And surely enough, I got stopped out for profit. So at least that trade got us back into the green for the session. Maybe I should have held it for a little bit longer, but it's kind of hard to, hold it because, like I just said, you never know what the afternoon is going to bring. And I just wanted to be careful, get my account back to profits, and then that's going to give me a peace of mind for the PM session. So I'm going to watch this for another 4 minutes because I want to see if it was going to actually hit my take profit. My take profit was right here where this yellow line is at. I want to see if it's going to get there. I'm already out of the trade. Just wanted to play it safe right there, you guys. But just to see if I was right, I want to see if it's going to go down here and sweep this liquidity. Obviously, if it do, I'm going to be a little bit hurt because, that could have been a $1,000 trade. I could have been up significantly, but I just wanted to protect my account. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to educate, so I'm not trying to be fancy. I'm trying to show you guys what trading really looks like. It's not pretty all the time. It's not buy a Lambo on every trade. It's not $10,000, $60,000 withdrawal every trade. When you're starting off small, this is how it looks like. But you want to put yourself in a position to just be able to make good trades. If you could just make good trades consistently, you're going to win, right? You're going to eventually become a winner, but you have to learn how to do that and not be too greedy, right? If the market is giving you $400, take it. If the you see, I was up 250 or 280 on my first trade and 200 on the second one. I didn't take it. What did the market do? It taught me a lesson. Take the profit or take the loss, So we got 2 more minutes until the afternoon. I also want to show you guys this too, because this will be a good learning lesson for everybody to learn about the algorithm and how the afternoon micro works. We're going to see what side of liquidity do it wants to sweep. And I'm glad that I got out. I'm not mad, even if it goes to my take profit. I'm not mad that I got out of that trade at all. Especially because I took 2 losses to start the day. If I would have taken 2 wins or if I would have been just all wins, I probably would have held that trade a little bit longer. Maybe moved it to break even and held it a little bit longer. But there's no reason for me to be risky when I don't have to. Sometimes you have to learn how to take small wins, even though you have the new ICT knowledge and you feel really good, you feel really powerful. Still be humble, because if you don't be humble, the market will humble you, and that's a guarantee. So we got 1 more minute left, and then I'm going to be checking out of here, you guys. I appreciate everybody who have made it this far. If you have made it this far, guess what? You're the GOAT. Leave a like, subscribe, drop a comment down below. Let me know that you made it this far. I probably won't be seeing many comments because, people don't really watch my entire videos, but that's okay. Because for the people that do watch it, and that's who it's for. So look, it just 12 o'clock just hit. Let's see if this afternoon micro is going to start coming down. And surely enough, it looks like it should come down now. So, let's see if it hit before I can end this video. And there it goes. So that's the afternoon micro on liquidity. If I would have been taking profits right now, I would have been up $800 on this trade. But I still have no regrets, because overall I had a profitable session. So I'm not really mad. Could have done some things better, but I hope y'all learned a thing or two from this video, and I'm going to be back with another one. Of course, I may make a part 2 or an additional video for the afternoon session. I may not.